Testing, testing, testing. Hello, and welcome back to Crimson's Experimental Outpost. It's been a while since we've been here. Sorry about that. I admit I took a week off because, well, Saints Row 4 came out and had to go through that. That was awesome. Anyway, so, back to Minecraft stuff. Remember last time I got this schematic. Had no idea what it was, so I decided, you know what? Come back down to my workbench. And I found this little button here that says Next. Unlock schematic. Okay. Ooh, Moon Buddy. Too bad I have... What was that? Too bad I have no idea what that entails. But, whatever it is, I can build it now. I'll have to look it up and see how to build it. So, when I left the moon, it was still nighttime. But I want to try a little experiment with something up on the moon to see if I can make a cool looking moon base. So, I wanted to show you guys the schematic first. Like I said, I gotta look up the buggy. Once I figure out what that takes, I'll build one of those. And I'm gonna go back up to the moon using the not quite TARDIS over here, and I'm going to see if I can get the idea working, and maybe do like a little small scale to show you guys what it is first, and then when it's done, I'll do the full one. So, alright, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back with my little small scale experiment. I will admit I did go into creative mode to try this, but I wanted to make sure it worked before I bothered to gather all the materials for it. So what you see here is a little glass dome with a bunch of leaf blots in it, a couple oxygen collectors. There's some redstone energy cells around powering the collectors. And there's this thing, an oxygen sealer. What this does is, as long as there's an enclosed area, it will pressurize it, and you won't need oxygen tanks. As you can see, I have my tanks off at the moment, and I'm breathing just fine. But if I say, oh, I don't know. See? Shows it unseals it. So the point of this is it works. I can make a little thing out of glass. Originally when I tried it, I tried using the Mine Factory Reloaded stained glass, but these blocks don't register with Galacticraft as actual blocks, so you can't seal with them, which is unfortunate, because that would have been a much cooler look. So, you might be able to guess where I'm going with this. I have no idea how many oxygen collectors and just sealers and stuff I'm going to need. Because sealers only work to a certain size. I think it's like a 10 by 10 by 10 per sealer. And it can be any variation of that. So it can be a 20 by 10 by 3 or something like that. The variations differ depending on obviously the size of the room. But it's about, you know, it's a 10 by 10 by 10 is what the developer says is the maximum that a single sealer can do. So I think before I try what I'm going to do, I'm going to build an area that I know is bigger than 10 by 10 by 10 and try 2 sealers and see if it'll seal with multiple sealers. Because if it does, that's great, and that'll get everything the way I want it. So I'll be back with that in just a moment. Okay. As you can see, I've now got this big glass-built room with lots of leaves, lots of oxygen collectors, lots of redstone energy cells, and two oxygen sealers. Again, in fairness of, this series, this was made using creative mode. I'll destroy it all after I'm done, just as I prove it works. So currently, they're disabled, and as you can see, I'm still in creative mode, so that's not going to help. As you can see, no oxygen. So, just to test, turn one on. No, it says it's sealed. I guess these can handle a lot more than I thought. See, unsealed. This one says sealed. Oh, there we go, sealed. Okay. So just to check, take the oxygen off. Hey, alright. Now one other thing I did, just to show how this system works, is I built an airlock, which as you can see right here, it's just airlock frames, and when you apply a redstone signal to it, it closes. So if I turn the switch off, it opens up, and no oxygen out there. Actually, okay, oxygen now. It just took a moment for the sealers to kick over. Now, just to test, if I close the airlock, what the hell is it doing? It's making weird noises at me. That was strange. I don't know what it's doing. Find out in a moment. Maybe it's something related to the oxygen that's pumped in here. I don't know. Weird. It still walk through. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. Disable the seal. Alright, is it? Okay, it must be something with the way the oxygen is when it pumps through if I've got the seal on. But, in theory, if it wasn't making that noise, I could seal that and then open this and keep my oxygen intact. Oh, I need another lever. And then seal that back up. I'm going to have to look into it and see why it's making that weird noise when it does that. But anyway, the point is this does work. So with at least one, maybe two sealers, you can get bigger than a 10 by 10 by 10 room. So I think you guys might have an idea where I'm going with this. So I'm going to start gathering materials after I break this, and I'll be doing some research as well. And I'll be back and oop, hi spider. I forgot I'm not in creative mode. So, like I said, I'll be back when I've got something going, but it's going to take a while because I have to get a lot of sand. Alright. Let's see. Was there anything else I was going to tell you guys? I showed you the sketch. I've got this going. Yeah. No. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode. It might be a little bit short, but this will give me time to collect everything I need and start my building. So, okay. Yep. So, have fun, guys. Like, share, and favorite. And, again, have fun. Hello, another little quick thing. Just to show you how I'm going to get the materials I need. Rather than, emptying out a desert of all its sand, I'm making cobble with my igneous extruder, pumping that into a pulverizer, which will pulverize it into sand, which will be melted in the powered furnace, which will then go into the deep storage unit. So it's just going to boom, 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 boom. And this pipe going up is for all the gravel that I get. If I didn't empty the gravel, it would eventually clog up the works and stop it. So it'll just go up into the void pipe and disappear. Excellent. So I'm just going to let this run for quite a while. Yeah. So I don't know if I mentioned this or not before, but I'll mention it again. Deep storage units have the nifty little thing of you can break it, and it stores the item still inside it. So if I broke this, like so, and then put it back down, you'll see it still has all the glass in it. So, yep, that's gonna go for a while. So, all right, have fun.